Yo, what's going on, FG fam? Welcome to episode number 30 of the Miami Marlins franchise here on MLB The Show 21. Today is, of course, the All-Star break. Doesn't tend to be one of the most popular episodes, but it should be because we have more than just the All-Star break in this episode. You'll want to find out who the All-Stars are, but we also have a game against the Blue Jays to start off this episode and some critical situations after the All-Star game, so you don't want to miss any of that. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content, and do not go anywhere. Welcome to the All-Star episode, everybody, and to open this one, we are going to the Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada, where the Blue Jays will look to stop this Marlins hot run with Robbie Ray on the mound, a .598 ERA. It has not been a good season for Robbie Ray. He is 3-10. Pablo Lopez will oppose him for our Marlins. A 123 whip for him so far on the season, but a 3.19 ERA and an 8-4 winning record. Here's Trey Mancini up at the dish, and he hits this one deep out to center, and moving from the Orioles to the Blue Jays in this series, staying in that AL East, and hitting his 14th home run of the season, traveling 410 feet off of Pablo Lopez. Javi Baez with a chopper down the third baseline. They will get a runner going over to third, but the tying run will score off of Robbie Ray. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Here's Josh Donaldson, and Donaldson sends this one into the bullpens out in left field. That is gone. A home run of 427 feet. His 15th of the season, so a couple of homer hitters here for Toronto right before this All-Star break, putting them on top 2-1. Here's Nick Dunn at the plate. He gets one to land out in left center into the gap all the way to the wall. Toronto going to extend that lead to 3-1 as the runner from first comes all the way around. Here's Mike Trout at the dish, and he yanks one out to left field, short and gone. A home run for Mike Trout in the top of the sixth. His 23rd homer of the season. Easy to get it over that wall, but he hit it 410. That probably could have went over any wall in the building. Jordan Groshon's just amazed at Mike Trout's play. So Mike Trout has been a big part of the season, but Michael Conforto not to be forgotten. It's been a bit of a down year after a fantastic season last year. But Conforto with a nice double there. Game tied at 3. In comes Mike Foltynewicz. 7.36 ERA. He's only pitched in 2 games this season, so it's been a bit of an injury-riddled year for him. Gets Bobby Bradley to jam over to the second baseman on a pop fly. So we go to the top of the 8th. Here's John Birdie up against Folty, and Birdie gets this one out to right field and cannot make the play, so Birdie going to get his way over to second base where he is safe with nobody away. Now with one away, Birdie is on third, and Trout hits this one out deep to center field. It is caught at the warning track, but Birdie's got the speed and the cleats to get home. So 4-3, Marlins take a lead. Nice comeback so far for them. Here's Javi Baez down the right field line, still here in the 8th. He hits that one into the corner up against the 328 mark. And Baez in with a 2-out double. That'll give Conforto a chance here, and the single into center field will score Javi Baez. Marlins take a 2-run lead in this 8th. So incoming is Ryan Baruki. 23 games pitched so far this year. He's 0-3 with a .557 ERA. Hasn't exactly been a great year for him, but all he had to do was strike out Bobby Bradley, and that's what he did. So Craig Kimbrell coming into the game, 1-3 on the season, 31 of 35 save opportunities, a .265 ERA. He's been better against righties than lefties. Here's George Springer up at the dish, and he barely makes contact with this. Nice play from Kimbrell to make the play, glove it, and throw it on to first. Here's a deep hit out to right field, and that one will be taken care of by Michael Conforto for out number 2. 1 out away from taking a win here in Toronto, and Mancini goes down on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and Craig Kimbrell shuts the door here on a 5-3 Miami Marlin win up in Canada. So a big win for the Marlins today. Mike Trout, player of the game. He was 1 for 3 with a 3-run bomb. Guillermo Marquez, 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, gets the win. Fultonevich takes the loss. He pitched 2 innings himself, but gave up 2 earned runs. And for our Marlins, it was Trout with the homer. He had 3 RBIs. Conforto and Baez with the other 2 ribbies. Lopez gave up 3 in his 6 innings pitched. Robbie Ray gave up 3 in his 5 2/3 for Toronto. And with that, we would also win the second game against Toronto before hopping into this futures game. Looking at the AL futures, you can see the players here. Chase Velo is on there, Joe Rizzo, Nick Pratto, Vidal Brujan. Into the NL futures, you see Geno Schultz in there, and Thad Guillory as well. So a couple of guys who have been, of course, drafted in this series into the futures game already. And we are going to take a look at DL Hall, who, of course, comes from our Miami Marlins. Jared Kelenic is also in this game. He is on the American League, so we'll have to go up against him. But DL Hall, 15 starts on the year for him. He's only got a 3-7 record with a 4.46 ERA and a 1.47 whip. I wouldn't exactly call that a great year, but he's here in the futures game, giving it a start. He gets a strikeout on a curveball here in the top of the first. Then going up against Jared Kelenic, he gets him to fly out over to the first baseman, and that would end the first inning for our squad. We move over, and Matthew Thompson pitching for the AL Futures. Now, he's had a much better year. 2.09 ERA, 1.03 whip. He's having a great season. Cespedes here gets a hit off of DL Hall. 2 guys on, just 1 away in the top half of the second. Here's Chase Velo. He will strike out on the up and in 4-seamer. He goes down looking. Then Joe Rizzo going to fly this one over to center field. And shallow left center field, it is caught to end the second inning. Here's Reed Detmers coming into the game. So DL Hall getting relieved already in the third inning. And that is going to cause us to go ahead and just manage this thing out. So we'll take a look and see if our futures can lock down this win. Up 1-0. Asa Lacy on the mound for the American League. Reed Detmer still pitching for us, and just no runs coming across. Very, very defensive pitchers duel here between all of the pitchers who have come into the game so far. 9 total hits. Daniel Espino pitching for the American League. Thad Guillory getting pinch hit for. We're running all those pinch hits that we normally do when we manage out an all-star game. I mean, if they're going to take my pitcher out in the third inning, I mean, we're going to take all their players out, right? So here we go, 1-0, still locking this thing down. Adam Malone pitching for the AL. There's Quinn Priester pitching for the NL. Ryan Muller, we get him in there, and we defeat the AL Futures 1-0, just a 1-0 game. So that is the way we start out All-Star Weekend. DL Hall, player of the game, gets the win. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs. Matthew Thompson takes the loss. He pitched 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. He gave up 1 earned, the only earned of the entire game. Brett Beatty hit that homer. So we go into the home run derby, and guess what? Mike Trout is in there for our Marlins, representing Juan Soto, Christian Yelich, Jordan Alvarez, Manny Machado, Rafael Devers, Rio Ruiz, and Yoan Moncada. All the rest of the competitors in this thing. So Mike Trout here with 400 career home runs, and he's going to start by slamming one out to left field, 438 feet. Then another one out to left for 421 feet. Then another one getting slammed at 449. Remember, 2 440-footers get you an extra 30 seconds in this thing. That one got slammed as well. He hit the first 5 hits are all bombs. Then here on the 6th smack, that one goes for 427. And then this one is hit in pretty much the same spot, but a little further at 439. Then down the left field line, that one barely gets out at 368 feet. Then he hits one off the foul pole and automatically advances to the next round. Didn't even need his extra 30 seconds, so Trout over Machado by 1. Juan Soto beat Moncada, so it'll be Trout versus Soto. Alvarez on the other side, you got to watch out. He was our champion last year. Here's Trout with a yanker into left field. That one's gone 471 feet. Here's another deep one. That one goes 440. He's already earned the bonus in this. Then this one is hit, but not going to be a home run. This one is hit out to center field, and that doesn't make it to the wall either. So Trout struggling a little bit here in this minute and 20-second area. Now still hasn't gotten a third home run. He's got 55 seconds left on the regulation clock. There's a 450-yard clocker. Then this one out there, 433. That one's ripped. He ripped that one foul. Then he rips this one down the left field line for 436 for his 5th home run. He's running out a little bit out of energy here, not getting that one all the way out to center field. There we go. We're into the bonus time. He's got 5 bombs. And now into this bonus time, he calls the timeout, gets his energy back, starts ripping them once again. 435 on that particular one, and then this, probably the last one, goes for 428. So we'll see if Juan Soto ends up taking him down here. Juan Soto only had 4 home runs, so Mike Trout advances to the finals against Yordan Alvarez, last year's champion, the defending home run derby champion. And Trout's got to go first. This one goes deep. Then this one goes deep, 434. Then another one going deep. His first 3 are jacks. Remember, 2 440-foot homers is what he's looking for to get that bonus. That one doesn't go over the fence. And then this one here out to left is 431. Still has yet to hit a 440. That one goes 396 for his 6th homer. He's not having a lot of luck oppo field. It's not going far enough. That one goes 441. He needs one more 440-footer. That one goes 427. That was his 8th. This one will be his 9th, and he will earn the bonus off of it. Energy running a little low here. He hits that one 448 feet for his 10th. Then the 11th right there at 438. And now into the bonus. He's going to call a timeout right before the bonus. Going to get a little drink of water, and now he's going to rip one out there 425 feet here in the bonus time. Then a 421, and then here a 397. He's got 14 homers here in the finals, and that is what Yordan Alvarez will have to beat. So his first one is not a homer. His second is not either. His third goes 442, though, trying to earn that bonus. His 4th is not a home run. His 5th is 443, so he earns the bonus on his first 2 bombs. Hits a 3rd there that goes 414. Then hits a 4th here at 425. He needs 10 more to tie that thing. And he needs 11 to win it. There's another one, 434 for his 5th. Only 25 seconds left here in regulation. Will the defending champion Yordan Alvarez get this done? 10 seconds now in regulation. He hits that one 394. Then he rips this one 424 for his 7th. Now into the bonus. He's got to hit 7 more to tie. It's not looking likely. 405 for his 8th. And then here, this one will not get over the fence, and Yordan Alvarez will lose. Mike Trout is your new home run derby champion. He will be bringing that trophy home to Miami. And there you go, Mike Trout. Love to see it. So the Marlins, no matter what happens, they're the winners of All-Star Weekend. I don't care what you say in the comments. You could tell me whatever. Marlins win All-Star Weekend. We move to the Double-A All-Star Game. And we have plenty of dudes starting off of our team. Xavier Marchand, Devin Hairston, Peter Welch, Isan Diaz, Grant Levine. The first 5 hitters on the team are all from our Blue Wahoos, not to mention the starting pitcher, Domingo Robles. So let's take a look at this Double-A All-Star Game here at, I can't even say that name, Ladampo Park. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Ivan Zambrano will be the opposing pitcher here. 5-4 record with a 1.70 ERA and a .89 WHIP. He has been really slinging the ball here from the pitcher's mound. So we will see if our, AA All-Star team with half of our players on it can do anything. But Isan Diaz is the player we're player locking here in this one. I know he's a fan favorite in the comments section. It's been kind of tough. We're trying to bring him along, but he has been slow goings in the minor leagues, and you can see that from a couple of early pop-outs here in his first couple at-bats. A tie ball game at 1-1. He gets pinch hit for in the 9th inning, so, at least he made it to the 9th inning. So now we are going to have to go ahead and just manage this game out, see how the rest of it goes. Francisco Mota on the mound. Now a 2-1 game. Here after the 6th inning, another run was put up, and the South All-Stars, or the North All-Stars, defeat the South All-Stars, so that is actually a loss. We were a member of the South All-Stars, and Luis Ortiz is the one to take that loss. He gave up a run in 1 inning of play. Looking at how some of our Marlins didn't look like most of our hitters did all that well in this All-Star game. Robles, though, pitched 2 scoreless innings with a strikeout, so proud of the way he was able to start this game as the AA All-Star starter. But he's had a tremendous season so far in AA. Kind of has gone unnoticed. We may need to, in a future episode, take a look at one of his starts. So, looking at the actual MLB All-Star game, you can see all of the starters here. Lindor, Freeman, Juan Soto. That is all NL East guys right there. 3 of them in a row. But we have nobody starting for us as the Marlins. So, we do have some bench players, but we are just going to go ahead and manage this. NL takes the 1-0 lead. AL gets a solo shot from Nick Castellanos to make it a 1-1 ball game. And we continue on through. Urias pitching for us here. There's a 3-run bomb for Luke Voit, and that gives the AL a 4-1 lead. So after a 1-0 lead for the NL, the AL puts 4 up in a row. Then the NL gets 1 back there in the bottom of the 4th inning. Glaber and Castellanos on the mound. They end up getting another run in the top of the 5th. So the AL with a 3-run lead here in this All-Star game. It's time to start pinch hitting and getting some other guys in there. But a 5-2 lead for the AL continues. Acuna reaches on error. Bryce Harper gets a single. Here's Nolan Arenado, and he grounds into a double play. Wilson Contreras ends that inning by not getting on base. And we continue into the 7th inning. Still 5-2. A lot of zeros getting thrown up on that board. Into the 9th we go, putting Tony Gonsolin in. He gives up 3 runs to the American League. And we'll bring in Raisel Iglesias, who doesn't give up any more. Mike Morin gives up 1 in the bottom of the 9th, but that is good enough to give the AL the win. Nicholas Castellanos is the player of the game in the All-Star game. Alec Bohm will be moving from the Phillies to the Dodgers. The Dodgers get yet another big-time player in their lineup. And then we move to the AAA All-Star game. J.P. Crawford, Jason Dominguez, a lot of really highly sought-after prospects in this game. Jared Kelenic, Nolan Gorman, a lot of guys that we recognize from, MLB The Show franchises in years past, which if you missed the Pirates, the Mariners franchises, definitely go check those out. Some of them will be linked in the end screen of this video. 3 runs right away for the East All-Stars in the top of the 2nd inning. There's a double for Jankowski and a double for Kaiser to bring 2 more home. 5-zip in this one. Now 6-0 after another one comes home in the top of the 5th. Nolan Gorman had gotten a single, but nobody able to bring him around. So there's Jason Dominguez with a single in the 6th. Nothing really doing. Still 6-zip at 10 hits to 2 hits. It is not going well for the West All-Stars in AAA. So still 6-0. Matthew Thompson on the mound pitching, representing Charlotte. Now he's going to get changed out. Here's Matt Grace pitching right now. And that is not going over well. 8-0 in the top of the 8th inning. make it 9-0 as a third run in the top of the 8th comes through. Geronimo Franco on the mound right now. We're putting in Michael McHugh. And McHugh, there we go. The All-Star game ends in a 9-0 shutout. Didn't go very well there. So now we move on. We're looking at some critical situations. Marlins defeat the Nationals 6-2. Didn't really feel the need to jump into a 4-run lead game. Then we win a 4-2 game in the second game of the set. And then this one, maybe potentially something to look out for, but it's just Conforto with a 16-game hit streak. Marlins win that game 3-2. We take a sweep of the Washington Nationals, which is actually really big for us because they are a team chasing us in that NL East. We beat the Baltimore Orioles as well, and then here in this one, Baez had 2 home runs. They wanted us to get 3, but I see that we're losing 7-5, so I want to jump in this, and if I'm player locking Javi Baez, we want to get a hit every time. There's a single to straightaway center field. I mean, it's not a home run, but it's a single. Here's Baez from second base. He's looking to come all the way home on this one, but unfortunately it is a pop out to third base, and it would end the top of the 7th. We go into the 9th inning, and on a 2-2 count here with 2 away, Javi Baez hits a bomb, a 359-foot homer, his 25th home run of the season here just after the All-Star break. He's been doing quite well this season. So Javi Baez with his 25th home run already. We did complete the goal of hitting him a 3rd home run in the game, but that was the only other run that came the entire time. So an 8-6 loss. Baltimore ends our winning streak there. Sixto Sanchez has another really bad start. 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 earned runs. Phillip Ervin, player of the game for the Orioles. He hit a homer and had 4 ribbies, so I'm assuming a grand slam. It could have been. Marlins defeat the Phillies 5-2. We didn't need to jump into that one, so starting a brand new winning streak here. And going into the final game of the Philadelphia set, Alcantara on the mound. We get a win in that one, and it's trade deadline time. So not going to go into that right now. It's been a long enough episode, so make sure you guys come back for the trade deadline next time. But we will take a look at this injury report. DL Hall now will be out 6+ months with a head fracture. That does not sound good at all. And you know he was in the Futures game, so that's about all he's got left for the season. Michael Conforto leading the way in games played on our team. All of these guys have been playing pretty well. I'm surprised at how good John Birdie has played this season. 3.01 average, 7 homers for a guy like that. He's usually not known as a power dude. Sixto Sanchez has a ERA over 5. I would look out. Look out for Sixto Sanchez. That is definitely a spot we could look to move a player. A lot of these prospects, we're getting a little overflowed with really good prospects. So if we could trade a couple of guys, maybe some big prospects, get some big-time players in here who could help us go for a championship, a World Series ring this year, that may be of interest to us for sure. You let me know. What do you think are the positions on this team that really need the most help, and which prospects are you willing to trade away to get players at those positions? I mean, I would like to think that an everyday second baseman would help this team out. Maybe another really good starting pitcher to go along with Syndergaard and the way Max Meyer is playing. You let me know in the comments section below. What would you look to do at the trade deadline? Marlins are a game and a half up on the New York Mets. Nationals have 53 wins. That would be pretty much tied in the NL Central, which is being won by the Reds right now. Dodgers are 68-31. Jeez. Mets are 61-38. They lead the wild card in the NL. The Orioles have won 57 games, leading that East. White Sox have won 60. They lead the Central, and the Astros with 58 wins are leading the West. Wild card Rays, Red Sox, and A's all fighting for those wild card spots. Into AAA, Jumbo Shrimp are 8 games back, getting closer to 500 though. They have been kind of a little bit on a tear here. Blue Wahoos are 4-8. The Shuckers won the first half in Double-A, but now Blue Wahoos into the basement at 5 games back of the Biscuits. So a lot of work to do here. Trade deadline episode will be the one coming up next. We are also going into a series against the Mets, which is pivotal because we want to keep them, of course, behind us. We're a game and a half in front of them. We want to keep them back there, and we want to stay in front. So I hope you guys are excited for the trade deadline. If you are, make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content, which is exactly what we do here. We'll be starting a brand new series soon, so I hope you guys are excited for that as well. If you guys want to connect more with me outside of just YouTube, Discord link is in the description. Twitch link is in the description. I am a part of an NCAA online dynasty now called the G12 over there on Twitch. My first game was Tuesday night at 10 p.m. If you want to see more of that, come on down. If you want to see more franchise, click right here.
I feel you somehow.